Hi again, Payment Ghasri, Castle Dermatology. Um, Another question is there any downsides to using hand sanitizers, or can you use it too much? The answer is also yes, there is actually a significant downside to using hand sanitizers. Hand sanitizers, because they're alcohol based, they dry out the skin. And eventually, it leads to other conditions on the skin, especially if your skin is already sensitive to begin with. If you have any history of eczema, or if your skin is just dry in general, overuse of alcohol in the hand sanitizer dries out the skin, takes away the smoothness of the skin, gives you fissures and cracks in the skin, and leaves you very dry and like a sandpaper texture, which is really hard to reverse after it becomes chronic. As far as what the right thing to do is, it's when trying to combat and prevent viruses and infections. Usually, hand sanitizers are great to have if you don't have access to a sink. So they're good to have with you just for a quick wash. But ultimately, we have to rely on washing our hands with soap and water. So hand sanitizer is not a replacement for washing your hands with soap and water. There's been multiple studies comparing the two. And if you wash your hands with soap and water, you have to wash it for at least 30 seconds, by the way, for the study. It's a lot more effective as far as keeping you away from germs and potential infections versus just specifically relying on a hand sanitizer. Also, just hand sanitizers, because they dry the skin, the fissures and cracks, that the openings on the skin that can show up later, that could potentially even make you more prone to other infections. So you kind of end up with a second problem. So just to summarize, yeah, it's good to have hand sanitizer with you, but it's not a replacement for washing your hands with soap and water. If you guys have any questions, you're welcome to either DM us, or you can actually visit us online at castledurm.com, and we have a questionnaire that you can fill out. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions that you guys would have for us. Thank you. Have a good weekend. Stay clean.